In today's video, we're going to be doing something a little bit different. Not so much as fishing, but something that's a little less talked about when it comes to fishing channels is finding the places you want to fish. For me at least, that's probably a third to half of the effort, is finding where the fish are going to be at. Today I'm just using a technique, most people call it blue lining, which is simply just looking at Google Maps or something, looking for creeks and looking for bridges, and then going and hiking those bridges to see if there's anything worth anything. So come with me, and we're gonna go up to a couple of different places this afternoon. It's a rainy day, but that ain't gonna matter much. Let's go see what we can find. All right, so I pulled up to the first spot. Like I said, I just got on Google Maps, zoomed in on some local creeks in my area, and found a bridge. Parked in a nice little easy spot. I already had to pull off. Already looking at a decent little trail coming down, so that's the first good sign. Well, good and bad. That means people know how to get here, but that means you know you're gonna find something down here. Now, a little piece of advice: when you come to places like this and you're blue lining and exploring new areas, wear good boots and carry a gun. As you can see, we've got some complimentary pillows and meth spoons on the ground, so you know snakes and crackheads are a thing, so always stay protected when you go out exploring new areas. All right, I've made my way down to the first tidbit of the creek. So far it looks really good. You can tell it gets deep quick. It's big, wide. You got some slow water sections, you got fast water. I see eddies. This is looking real good for some warm water creek fishing. So the first thing is, can't go that way. You got a feeder creek coming here, that's great. So I'm gonna try and head up this section and see if I can't find some spots, maybe with some wading access, maybe some little shallower looking sections. But the thing you gotta remember now, during the time of this recording, we've just had 2 to 3 days of torrential downpours. It's been some hard rains. And so the water is fluctuated up quite a bit. So I'm gonna have to take into account of that when looking for these spots. So I've explored this way over just a little bit. It doesn't take very far for me to go. See, the trail really just cuts off here. This looks more like a swimming hole. There's going to be a little hiking trailer to go up any further. For the kind of fishing I'm doing, fly fishing, it'd be really hard to hike through all of that mess with a fly rod and everything. I could carry it disassembled, but that'd be really hard to do. So this spot for access right now with the water the way it is doesn't look too great. I've got way too much shrubbery and brush to be trying to cast a fly rod in here. I'll probably come back when the water is down. We haven't had a good rain in a week or so. See what the water level looks like then, because if this isn't wadeable in low water, I just don't see this spot having much potential. But that's how it goes. So let's go on to the next spot. So arrived at the next spot. Again, a bust, just because I don't think I'm supposed to be over here with the road shut down and all. So I'm gonna say no on this spot, just because I don't like what I'm seeing here. And the water is pretty skinny right here and narrow, and I think even in lower water conditions it's going to be too much current to effectively wade safely and get in. Okay, so this is 3 for 3. Went and parked down the road, good little bit at a safe spot. That's important to make sure you park at a safe location and get your car out of the way. Come over here to where the grade starts to go down into the river, and it's way too much kudzu. Not getting through that. Ain't gonna be able to deal with it. So the only thing we can do now is go look at another spot. All right, just got back from today's trip. Oh, as you can tell, not too awful much come from it today, other than just marking some spots off the list. But you know, it's just how it goes. Sometimes you go, sometimes you don't. But that's all right. That's fishing and everything in general. You ain't always successful. Sometimes you ain't gonna catch a fish. Sometimes you ain't gonna find a new spot. But hey, that's all right. Had a good day out in the woods. Got to explore a little bit. Just want to take you guys along with me, kind of show you a little bit of what I do whenever I go to look for some new creek fishing spots. But anyways, hope y'all got a little bit of information out of that, and I'll catch you next time.